Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Thrilled to be back in Orlando. The Magic ready for that home court advantage. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. A season ago, they won in 5 games during the first round of the playoffs.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Sikma tips it back in. Sikma's got the first points of the night for the Celtics.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Harden. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
High post, KD. No good with the elbow jumper.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Murray with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Murray scanning the floor. The three from KD. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
They like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
Hield outside. 5 to shoot. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, Buddy Hield not backing down on the interior. He says, I've got more than shooting in my game.
Pass to Turner. Back to Murray. Basket good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Harden outside. Hield outside. And then Hield with the dunk.
Oh, Buddy Hield taking flight, showing he is more than just a three-point specialist.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Boston trailing, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
1:35 left here in the first quarter. To the inside, Durant, out to Turner. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Harden has a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 5 now.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Count it good.
This is a shot Murray has down. He is such a graceful touch there on the floater.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Harden. He's got 5. Outside Williams. They kick out to Hield. Clock at 6. They double-team Siakam. Magic moving the ball around. For 3, Williams. The rebound by the Celtics. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the paint. And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
Pass to Williams. Back to Harden. Outside Williams to the left side wing. Shoots the three. Harden, no good. Turner looking around. Stolen by Harden. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by 3. And the second quarter.
16.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making hard.
Oh!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, there aren't many players like James Harden drawing total focus from opposing defenses.
And that's appropriate, Kevin, because this guy can command one side of the ball consistently. In pick and roll action, he can be a threat as a scorer, he sets his teammates, and he can be absolutely electric on the offensive end. He is a problem.
And then Durant with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
KD a screen. Wide open look. To the middle. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The instincts of KD on display right there. He sees the entire floor. I think it's an underrated aspect of his game.
The Celtics with the lead. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back over to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Oh, what a dish. Miles Turner showing off the passing skills.
And here's Harden. And Wagner has it in the corner. And it's Orlando with another. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Turner. Turner with the screen. Here's KD. Siakam pulls it in.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
And finish off by Wagner.
Well, the big man, Mo Wagner, getting to it. Nice finish.
Left side, KD. Pass to Sigma. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he can get every inch of it.
That's true, Gia. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
I like this aggressiveness from him. He saw an opportunity and did not hesitate.
Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Down low. Here's he. And the dunk by Edey.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. The Celtics making a switch here. So it's the Celtics now. 6-point game. Pass to Robinson. Drops in the tray. Robinson's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Collier. They kick out to Hield. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen by Hield. Here's Collier. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Head-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Demon. Pass to Robinson. Wade brings the double team. Here's Green. He takes it in.
Oh, dynamic. Two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And here is Hield. Wade for 3. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Murray outside. There's the drive, and it's Murray with the jam.
Once the acceleration for Murray hits you, he's gone.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Magic leading by 6. Outside, Jamison. Inside. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
In the modern NBA, boy, you hunt down mismatches. That's a size disadvantage, and he takes advantage.
Pass to Turner. Launches it. The rebound by Hield. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Here's Edey. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. Hield can't hit. Celtics trailed by 8. Down low. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
Outside, Jamison gets the three-pointer to fall. Jamison's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
And it's Murray with the jam.
And the speed behind Murray's drive, just powering his way through.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Harden with it. He's picked up by KD. Over in the corner, Williams. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Murray outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. One is on Hield.
Well, you can count on Murray to push the action and make something happen.
And so Murray nails both of them. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Harden with the stop.
Okay, James Harden showing you I've still got the vertical in my bag of tricks.
2 minutes remaining.
On the wing, Turner.
2 minutes.
This one for three. Nailed from three-point land. Turner's got 6 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity. And he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you, Kevin.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Harden's shot is off. Celtics trailed by 6. Pass to Durant. Fires from deep. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KD's jumper is sweet.
Now here's Hield. It's hauled in by Sigma. Now here's Murray. Covered by Hield. Turner. And stolen by Siakam. Harden outside. Nifty move. Harden will not be denied.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Celtics. Celtics trailed by 5. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Boucher. Rebound by Williams. Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Williams. From past the arc. Harden can't hit. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Orlando out in front.
45.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Magic leading by 5. Here's Collier. Count that bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pulls from the top of the key, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. DiVincenzo with it. And stolen by Murray. KD on the wing. Oh, KD parries the 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Collier. Wade outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Turner. It's stolen by Wade. Pushing it up. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
The Magic making a switch here. The 3 from KD. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Magic leading by 6. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. The kick out to Williams. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Wagner missing. Celtics trailed by 6. KD a screen. Here's Murray. Oh, the dunk.
Incredible athleticism for Murray. A combo guard with some serious elevation.
Williams outside. Now Siakam. They double team Siakam. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. KD looking around. Turner.
Well, this to me is where Turner has mastered that pump fake, right? The defense can't jump at that. You've got to stay down and stay disciplined.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Siakam outside. Edey. Layup, no good. Celtics trailed by 4. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And the new group in for the Celtics. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team. So back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Kevin Durant is going to be remembered most for his prowess as a scorer. But, folks, we're talking about one of the most complete, passionate basketball players in the history of the game.
Durant uses his size in close.
Now, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA. And if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
All right, here's Williams. Harden. And get the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And the Celtics making a change here. And it's Harden with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now Edey takes the 3. Knocks down the 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right. It doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Outside heel. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. All right, here's Williams. Stolen by Durant.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Here's Orlando now. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Outside Durant. And he does not hit. Now here's Williams. So the Magic win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed now.